Hey, greetings and welcome to Code Quickie. And today we're going to be looking at putting the form in formatter. So please remember, like, share, and subscribe. Most importantly, always reach out to me in the comments. In the comments, right? I'll put the instructional in the description. Right, this plan is going to be short, right? But it's going to be very important. And I just wanted to go over Ruby. Ruby is a great programming language developed in 1995. It was just to make it easier for humans to interact with coding. And I definitely want to use this with testing. When want to test applications, right? There's going to be there's going to be libraries out there such as Capybara, Percy, also visual testing, right? Everything testing. I love using Ruby, and we're just going to get into the fundamentals of Ruby just to see how we can use it. All right, so let's get started. So today we're going to be looking at putting the form in the formatter, and Ruby, when it comes to receiving user input from Ruby, right? This is done very easily. In Python, they have their method. In JavaScript, right? This is next to near impossible. There's a lot that goes into it, right? You need a whole element. If it's web design, you need a whole element. That and the third. And in Node.js, right? You need a library. You need to import a library. That and the third, the Ruby, it's straightforward. So let's go ahead and do like so. So I'm going to make a new Ruby program. We're going to ask for is the first name. So we're going to ask. We're going to have a Ruby program prompts the user what is their first name. Their first name, and you also notice the brackets with the percent, right? That's another way to write a string. I like writing like this because when I use my double quotes or single quotes, right? I don't have to go ahead and escape them. So let me go ahead and name it as entries input.rb, right? And we go ahead like so. What we said, what's their first name? And first name equals gets that chop, right? And then want to put this is your first name, right? We run this program. We're going to find all right. Let me try to zoom in there. Input.rb. Try to zoom in. After Ruby, right? What is their first name? I should said, what's my first name? Oh, it's still a form. Let's type in Kodak. So this is your first name. I forgot to circulate that. That's okay. Right, I forgot to. Right, and then if you want to use it, you want to also provide for this. You could probably express this later. So we ask for what's their first name, and right there, this second prompt, this allows us to enter. And this is very useful, the typical way of receiving end user input. I'll put Kodak again, right? And this is your first name, Kodak, right? Obviously, my grammar is not there, but my program name is. And program's not there because I forgot to place that variable in the string. And then when you see something like this, right, this is interpolation. Same if you get quotes. Same if you get quotes or single quotes, they'll also work the same. As you can see, we just go ahead and run it. Let's say Kodak again, and this is my first name, Kodak, right, which is great. So, right, so that's how we receive and work with user input in Ruby, right? We want to use the gets chop. We want to use the gets method, and now you don't need the chop method, but if you want to get rid of that white space, right? If you want to get rid of that white space, we use it, right? I would, let me go ahead and show you an example. If you just don't get, if you don't get rid of that white space, right? Um, name, please. All right, we go ahead and run this program here. Right, it will automatically put things on the left on the next line. Right, so we use get.chop. in order to keep that new line there. I wonder if that's the case if you puts the string and then let that chop. I would love to see what happens. Right? So let's actually try that because we know that all objects, everything in Ruby is an object, right? So this has a method. So let's see if puts string.chop will actually negate this. Yeah, it kind of seems to put out a different line. So not there, but when it comes to string, that string's not how it works. So next thing, what we're gonna do is we want to format. There's a way to change the string in place. So in Ruby, there's like two types of methods, right? So what we can have is we can have like we're going to use the capitalized method, which just turns all strings to the capital, capitalizes all types of strings. What we can have is we can have capitalized by it standing by itself and capitalized with the bang. And we see any method with an exclamation point and in code in programming language the name for this is bang, right? What we get is that this gets modified in place, right? So want to show what this looks like. Well, no, that's not gonna, right? So like if we try to say first name by capitalize, or let me just do uppercase instead. We want to use capitalized to uppercase, so I'll just show you right now. Right, if you do this, right, if you call that method, right, it's not going to actually modify first name. You actually have to use an equal sign to modify it. But I think that's confusing. It's not going to modify it, right? Kodak and first name is Kodak. However, if we be able to use the bank here, what we get, right, we get is the name in uppercase. Right, and uppercase actually modifies it in place so that I don't have to run first name equals like that again. What I can see is that we can get it modified in place. So that's the second thing. That's the thing I wanted to talk about. And that is it. That is really our lab, right? So I'm gonna have this all uploaded in that link in that video description, the link. So just remember, please reach out to me. Any questions, any concerns that you have. Also practice, try to write files, start asking yourself questions, type in input, right? And see what you can do with it. Like see how we can do interpolation as shown here. See how you can also do how also you can modify in place as shown here, right? And also receive user input. Really just get yourself more familiar with Ruby. So thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Most importantly, reach out to me in the comments. I'll be loved. It'll be more than meaningful to me if I can help you guys out. You guys help me out on this journey. Thanks for watching.